Good evening, everybody. I would like to welcome you to our Get Started with the Essentialists class. Tonight we're going to run through the 3 incredible things about essential oils, how to use our oils safely, how you can purchase the oils, and also what sort of essentialist you'd like to be. I'd firstly like to introduce myself. My name's Amy Boyd, and I am first and foremost a mama. And I should really say, firstly, I'm a woman, because before I was a mother and after I'm a mother, I'm always going to be a woman that should take care of myself, and that's what a lot of this class is about. But I am caught in the middle of school holidays, and I've had 5 children running me ragged all school holidays. So I'm very grateful for my connection with my doTERRA community, and of course the beautiful essential oils that keep me sane and keep me going through the holidays. I am very passionate about empowering other mothers and fathers with natural tools to help their physical and their mental health. I am especially passionate about helping people support their mental health in a natural way, because I've tried lots of different ways to manage my own mental health, and I've got a lot of experience to share with that. I'd love to introduce my beautiful friends, Rebecca and Pitsini. Rebecca, tell us a little bit about you.
Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca. So yeah, just like Amy, my gosh, I'm a mama. I've got 5 kitties, and so life is really busy. And yeah, I'm incredibly passionate about these oils. My background is women's health, so I've just got so much enthusiasm when it comes to sorting out hormones, getting balance and homeostasis in our lives, and yeah, we do a lot. We do an awful lot for our families, and so to have our own bodies in check is a really great way to start.
Pitsini, tell us about you.
Thank you. Hi everyone, my name's Pit, or Pitsini, a longer version. You probably know I'm from Thailand from the name, longer name. So I have 2 children, 13 and 14, teenagers. They're going through a lot of emotions, moods up and down at the moment. So the oils are the godsend for our family. And I run a couple of business from home, and trying to commute between 2 places, and trying to be a mother and a wife, and life can be a little bit tricky at times, but I'm really, really thankful for the oils, and that really come in handy a lot of times when I feel overwhelmed and a little bit down. So they are great tools that I use daily, and I don't know how I survived with not using the oils before. So I'm really excited to share all my experiences with you tonight.
Awesome, thanks, Pit. So firstly, we're just going to touch on 3 incredible things about essential oils. Rebecca is going to tell us about their natural and safe.
Okay, so the wonderful thing about essential oils is that firstly, they're completely natural. So they come from completely natural organic compounds, and so they're beautiful therapeutic aromatic compounds. And because they've come straight from nature, they're completely unadulterated. There's beautiful testing that goes on through doTERRA, which is absolutely incredible, because every single batch, and you can look underneath every single bottle that you get, you can check the little code at the bottom and see that they're completely natural, and all of the testing that has been done for them. So I love the fact that they come completely from nature. I think we've got to be quite careful when it comes to essential oils, because we need to know the heritage, where they're from. It's really important to know that they come from good soil, that the climate is excellent, and that's what makes oils so therapeutic. Yeah, let's take lemon, for example. Reaching in here to get my lemon. Put just a drop of lemon in your hand. You've got it. Rub your lemon around in your hand. Deep, beautiful inhalation. Lemon itself is such a beautiful oil. It's just so simple. It's called the oil of sunshine. And so this is a really good example of a very, very simple and understated essential oil, which just because it acts the same with our bodies as it does in nature. So here we go, we've got it being really supportive for all kinds of bacteria and other kinds of microbes around, and it acts just as it does in nature as it does with our own bodies. So incredibly supportive. So yeah, really cool thing about essential oils, it's really natural, beautiful, beautiful gift from the earth.
And Pitt's going to tell us how effective they are. Maybe more effective than the medicines that you can get from the pharmacy.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, really, really amazing things about essential oils. I've got so many experiences with them, and like I would say 90% of the times are more effective than modern remedies, where you just go to the chemist and grab stuff and you just use it one time and you don't remember to use it again. They expire before you know. So with essential oils, they a lot of essential oils, especially those 10 oils, they are antibacterial, antiviral, antimicrobials, and there's a lot of beautiful properties in their in the essential oils that you can use to effectively, especially when you have a viral infection, for example. You,
Hi, Alex.
You eat all the bread. Yes, a baguette bread.
I'm just on a video.
You ate a whole baguette.
Accent.
What's that? You ate the whole entire thing.
Excuse me, honey, we're recording this. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I didn't tell him that I'm doing that call. Anyway, so for example, when you have a bacterial infection, you will go to the chemist or you go to a doctor and you probably get prescribed antibiotics, right? And so you take it for 5 to 7 days and they get better. But often you need to get probiotics to heal your gut. And I have a husband who is still dealing with the effect of the antibacterials, and he's reacts so badly with it. And so with essential oils, you can use a lot of beautiful oils that has natural antibacterial properties. You can use that quite really safely and effectively as well. And especially now in winter, when you have a cold or the flu and you use sniffles, and you either go to a doctor or you stay at home feeling miserable, right? And if you go to the doctor, and your doctor probably tells you to drink a lot of water and go and take a rest, and you know, and nothing they can do, because most modern remedies, medicines are water-based, and our cell, it's fatty, and we have a little fatty membranes to protect our cells. So the water-based medication will have a hard time getting through our cells. So there are two things that are quite harmful to us, they're bacteria and viruses. And so with bacteria, they can mutate themselves and duplicate their DNA, and they can go inside our cells. But when you can't take modern remedies to combat those viruses, you're just gonna have to suffer unless you have things like essential oils that are going to help you feel better. So the molecules of essential oils are really small, very, very small. So one drop of essential oils, you have about 40 million trillions molecules in there, and they're fatty. So they get into your cells and they can eliminate threats like that. For myself, if I know that I'm going to come down with cold or flu, or you know, something in my throat that I can't get rid of, I straight away use a beautiful oil called On Guard. which has clove, cinnamon, rosemary, wild orange, and something in there, one more. Yes, so that is my daily drop that's going to help me get well, and also stop me from catching nasties in the air and around us. So our home in winter especially, we use On Guard we just diffuse it around our home, especially if someone started to feel unwell. And we also use On Guard diluted under our feet as well. And we also clean with On Guard. And I love a few drops of On Guard, a little bit of castile soap, and some lemon and tea tree. And that's really, really going to help cleaning the whole entire home and also boost our immune system as well. So yeah, that is the second amazing thing about Essential Oils. It's very, very effective.
Awesome. Thanks, Pat. The third incredible thing about essential oils are how cost effective they are. So we've learned how natural and pure they are, how amazing versatile they are. I mean, we've just heard Pitt rattle off 15 different ways she uses essential oils, right? And the awesome thing is that these top 10 oils have been put together to be able to basically replace most of our skincare, home cleaning, first aid kit, all of the things within your home. So they're very cost effective. Take, for example, tea tree and lemon. We've got them here. They are amazing cleaning products. So tea tree is from the Melaleuca family. So this one in particular grows in Australia. It grows in the swamps in Australia. So you can imagine the climate that it's in. It's damp, it's moldy, it's mosquito ridden. And the tea tree essence that we extract from the plant is exactly, we use it in our bodies and our homes the way that the tea tree plant uses it in Australia in the muddy swamps. So we can use it to stop any mold growing in our homes. We can use it as its antifungal properties to help with things like smelly feet, jacket, anything that would have sort of fungal in the home or on our bodies, we can use this tea tree for. And also the lemon, amazing for getting stickers off bottles, cleaning any surfaces, polishing glass, polishing your kitchen, everything. So very cost effective. When you purchase a Home Essentials kit, you get your top 10 oils. There's about 260 drops in every bottle, and that's 260 doses per bottle. So you might be like, oh my gosh, it's such a small bottle, it's only 15 mils, but that's 260 doses that you get out of each bottle. And when you are using essential oils, you use them, we always go less is more, but more often is better. So we use them just a tiny little bit all throughout our day. From when we wake up in the morning and we brush our teeth with our On Guard toothpaste, we then go into our kitchen and we're cleaning all the surfaces with these beautiful oils. We use them throughout the day for mood management. For instance, frankincense, I always put a little drop in the top of my roof of my mouth every day. This has completely transformed my mood management. Anytime I've got a sore tummy in my home, we don't go and buy a whole lot of different medicines. The Digest-Zen can be used for everything from, it's for upset tummies basically, so creating digestive zen or peace. So if you had an upset tummy and you were using the modern medicine approach, you would go and buy a whole raft of medications to treat whether or not you were blocked up or the other end of the spectrum, you'd go and get lots of different medications. Whereas DigestZen is a great example of how diverse these modern plant-based approach is, because it actually brings the body back to homeostasis and helps our body really heal itself and really support us in a natural way, because our bodies are amazing. And they just need a little bit of support and love sometimes. But that's really the third most incredible thing about these essential oils, is that they can be used across every part of your life, help your physical but also your emotional health. So we're not going to go into great depth on each of these oils, but when you join with the Essentialists, you get to come on a 10-day online oil camp, and you get to learn the physical aspect or the physical use of each of the oils, as well as the emotional benefits that these oils give us. So those are the three incredible things about essential oils. So the first one is that they're natural and safe. The second one is that they are more effective, often more effective than modern medicine. And the third is that they are cheaper than traditional medical care. Not only are they cheaper, going to the pharmacy to buy a whole different raft of medications, but they also save us a whole lot of time and energy. So I used to spend so many hours in, the doctor's room waiting with my little ones, and then I'd go in super frustrated, come out way more frustrated because they've given me Panadol and told me to go home and rest it out, and that whatever, the baby's fine. Now I feel super empowered to use these oils for primary health care. I'm not saying don't take your children to the doctor, but I'm saying let's empower ourselves and, use preventative health care. Now we've got three really cool ways to use essential oils, and I know that Rebecca and Pitsani and I are major essential oil users, so we could go into millions of different ways to use them, but we're just going to brush over the top three ways. So Pitsani's going to talk to us about how we use them aromatically.
Hey guys, so the first way to use essential oils is when you inhale essential oil through your nose. So we call it aromatic use of essential oils. So under the bridge of your nose, there is the olfactory nerve. There are olfactory nerves, and so the olfactory nerves send a message to the back of your brain, which controls your emotions, your stress levels, your long-term memories and things that you can't really control. And the back of your brain, those nerves will send a signal to your body. So when you smell something, some essential oils or any aromas, that explains that it actually triggers your physical and emotional reactions. So for example, when I smell ylang ylang, it reminds me of my grandmother. So it's just really fast. Our sense of smells is really, really effective, really powerful and very accurate. So one of the essential oils that I love using is Easy Air. It's a blend again with peppermint, ravensara, eucalyptus, and cardamom in there, and it's really, really good to help you breathe better and to help with your respiratory system to work better. And when you, like this time of year when there is a lot of stuff going on and you can't breathe properly, and I love using Easy Air diluted and rubbed on my chest, or I just put under the feet or in a diffuser, especially when kids can't breathe properly at night and they sniffles and they cough and things like that. And also with the seasonal threads as well. ECA is really amazing for that as well. And if you have someone who sleep with you, next to you, next to you, and they are really loud sleeper, and that just pop a few drops of ECAs into your diffuser, and yeah, that person will sleep silently, hopefully. Yeah. So that's the first way to use is aromatic use of essential oils.
Great. So the next way to use essential oils is topically. And this is one of my favorite ways. So for me, it makes sense that anything I'm going to put on my skin, it is going to have an effect in my body. It's going to absorb into my bloodstream. It's going to be a part of me, whether I decide to fill myself with toxins or if I decide to do it naturally with essential oils. So a really good example of a topical essential oil is ice blue. And so this is the one that's used predominantly for pain, any kind of support that you need for inflammation in the body. And so this is just kind of like your alternative to, say, whatever muscle rub you might use, say, especially for exercise, and if you get really sore, achy joints or muscles. And so ice blue is one that we need to respect. We're going to always dilute our oils when we use them topically, say with a carrier oil such as fractionated coconut oil, or apricot oil, or whatever a lovely oil that we have at home, like say jojoba or rosehip. And then we know that topically we're going to have the right dilution depending on who we're using it for. So different dilutions for kiddies, and then also for adults too. And so this is a really beautiful way of using the oils, because there's so many different parts of our body that we can apply the oils. So one of my favorite ways is to massage the oils up the back of my neck. If I've got a lot of head tension, then I can get my ice blue, for example. I can massage up the back of my neck, through my scalp if I need to. Another really beautiful way that I love using them to relax, especially if it's nighttime and I'm, a little bit wound up, or if I've had a really intense day, then I'll roll the essential oils on the base of my feet diluted as well, just to relax with an oil, say, for example, like balance. And the way that it works so well is the fact that essential oils are so easily absorbed into the body, because of course they're a fatty lipid, like Pitt said before, and our cells have a fatty lipid exterior, and so they absorb so beautifully into our skin. So yet again, really, really good way of thinking, wow, what am I putting on my body? Perhaps if I'm using perfumes and makeups that I shouldn't be, then what kind of toxicity is there? So, and for me, of course, a big fave with topical uses to make my own perfumes. So yeah, that's a really lovely way to boost my mood, say, for example.
Awesome. I am actually a trained chef. I don't know if anybody knows that on this call, but food is my favorite thing to do for fun. And I love cooking with the essential oils. It really just adds extra layers of flavor to our cooking. Pitt is also a chef, and she's taught me so many amazing ways to use them. I use them in rubs and in salad dressings. I do quite a bit of raw baking, especially in the school holidays, and I add the essential oils to those. So you can use them in our cooking. Citruses are a really easy way to use them. You just would use the same. You'd use them the same way that you would lemon juices and rinds and everything. But obviously these are about 70 times stronger than the plant itself, so you don't need to use much at all. So, and then herbs as well. We've got some beautiful herbs that we can use in our cooking. In our top 10 oils, we've got oregano. And now oregano is a power explosion of taste. So with oregano, you would, if you're just cooking for one person, it's so strong that you'd actually just get a toothpick and put it in and then swirl it into your food. If you were doing a massive big portion, then you could put one drop in. Just beware, put it onto a little teaspoon first so that you don't overpower your food. But it's a very fun way to add flavor to food. I try not to do it to heat it too much. We really want to keep the therapeutic properties in the essential oils while we're cooking. The other way that I use them is I actually flavor my water with them, which is really cool. I used to always have a problem of getting quite dehydrated by the end of the day, really busy, lots of things going on, forget to drink. But having a drink bottle with a drop or two of lemon in, or a drop or two of Smart and Sassy, which is another one of our beautiful blends, it really helps me rehydrate throughout the day. And really flush out my kidneys and my bladder, and really feel invigorated and charged up throughout the day. I spoke earlier about frankincense being my best mood management friend. This is actually my boyfriend, Frank. Meet him. Don't steal him. No, you can have one too. So with frankincense, I actually just get some just a little bit on my thumb and place it into the soft palate of my mouth. And that's a really great way for these oils to go straight into your bloodstream and really help ground you. So frankincense is from a tree, and the tree doesn't look like much, but he has got big, deep root system. So I think the root system of a franken tree is up to 5 times that of the actual tree itself. And that's how it makes you feel. It makes you feel really deep rooted and grounded. So if you ever feel a bit flighty or a bit anxious or overwhelmed, frankincense is definitely the one to turn to. So there are so many ways that you can use these as food flavorings, or flavorings for different beverages, etc. And we have a whole we've got a whole lot of recipes. I've got frankincense on my brain and I'm just chilling out now. We've got a whole lot of recipes and heaps of resources that we can point you to use these as food flavorings. Now, when I say use essential oils as food flavorings, I'm really specifically talking about doTERRA essential oils. And that's simply because of the testing that we go through to ensure that they're safe and pure, like Rebecca was talking about earlier. See, on the bottom of each of these little bottles, you can actually see a little barcode, and you can go into a website called sourcetoyou.com, and you can look up every vat of oil that has been brought to you into these little bottles, have been tested up to 50 times. Firstly, to make sure that they are organic, so that they've been grown organically and they haven't got any pesticides or herbicides or any nasties in the growing process. Also, they've been tested to make sure that nothing has been added to them to adulterate them after the growing process. So a lot of oils will, a lot of other companies will dilute their oils or cut them with cheaper oils or lookalike oils or even synthetic oils to make them go further. But we really don't want those things in our oils. So doTERRA goes to a massive amount of trouble to make sure that the oils that we get are 100% pure and safe. So please do not say, Amy said that you can put lemon oil in your raw baking and then go to Kmart and buy a $10 lemon oil, because it's really not the same thing. Yeah, so that's the third way that we can use them. And when you come on our oil camp, we teach you lots of DIY recipes and ways to use them. Now, I just want us to cover off, I just covered off my favorite oil, which was frankincense, but Pitt's got a little testimonial to talk about her sleep or lack of sleep pre-doTERRA world. And Rebecca has got a little talk about, oh, you can talk about frankincense if you want. No. Pitt, tell us about your sleep and how lavender really has changed your life.
Yeah, I suffered from chronic insomnia for a very long time, for years and years and years, and I tried every natural things, and nothing really worked. And not to mention spending a lot of money and times and energy trying to different things. But I started using lavender and the other oil is called vetiver. My sleep had got better in just a matter of 2-3 weeks. So I was really impressed with the experience that I got. So that's how I start sharing essential oils. So I just love lavender. So as our children as well, and they love lavender. So we, in our room, we have a bottle of lavender each. And our little boy, little one, who's not little anymore, 13, he used most of lavenders and always run out of lavender and always come and grab from my room. So lavender is amazing. We call it jack of all trades. So you can use lavenders for many things, hundreds of things. So, but mainly for my sleep, I would, when I first used doTERRA essential oils, so that's what I only knew how to use lavender for. But then I started exploring more about lavender, and I learned that it has about 34 or 35% of a chemistry called linalool, which is very high, and that chemistry helps to calm your mind and your thought and your body as well. So lavender is a great one for skin. Any skin irritation is really amazing to just use. Like you have a scratch, bites and bumps and bruise, you just use lavender, and it's really gentle, and you can use it neat as well. But if you have young children, you can always dilute lavender. But I love using lavender neat, really. And it also helps with I love the combination of lavender, peppermint, and lemon. These 3 oils save our family so much money, time, and energy. And the trips we used to take our kids to doctor for their seasonal threats. So when spring comes along and pollen goes everywhere, our kids suffer so badly with those discomfort. So they would have itchy eyes, they would have a runny nose, and we would just go and get eye drops, or we just get lots of medications for the threats. But since we use lavender, peppermint, and lemon together in a diffuser or a drop each in the water, or doTERRA also has a very convenient soft gel called Tri-Ease. So we use those, and last year we didn't have any problem, and this year we didn't have any problem with seasonal threats at all. So lavender is my favorite things. Favorite essential oils, and I also love putting on my pillow before I go to sleep. And I also love using it for my face mist, for hair perfume, for doTERRA has the body lotion which has no scent in there, and you just use the body lotion and add a drop of lavender in there before you go to sleep, and just rub all over your body. And also lavender peas, which is a blend of lavender with other beautiful, powerful oils to help you with your sleep.
Oh, and she's gone. Rebecca, would you like to talk about your favorite oil?
I'm going to add to that frankincense that you talked about, Amy, just because there are so many other uses. And when I hear you talk about it, I'm like, and so with our family, we've had a lot of skin issues and irritations, itchiness for many years. And frankincense has a fantastic way of supporting the cellular structure of the body. So skin issues is one of the main ways that people use it. And I mean, even recently, I've been talking to a few people who, as their skin ages, frankincense is such an amazing oil to use to support, you know, when you've had cuts and scrapes, or just when you need to repair the cellular tissue at its core. And so we use it in a blend. We use it with other oils, say, for example, like cedarwood and also lavender. And this just shows with what Pitt was saying about the versatility of lavender. Blending frankincense and lavender together for skin irritation is so effective. And then, of course, I've had a lot of chronic pain in my life as well. And so frankincense has a really good way of supporting the body in terms of any inflammation that there may be. And so blended with other beautiful oils, it just has such a great effect. So I will say, for example, make up my own blend in a roller bottle and then roll it on my back, roll it on my neck, and it has such a positive benefit for me. And then as well, in terms of concentration, I use frankincense for everything when it comes to focus, and, you know, especially in the afternoon if I'm feeling like I need a bit of a pick-me-up, it's really beautiful to blend with orange oil, say, for example, and really uplift the mood. And it's been shown to have such fantastic effects for our brain. And this is what's just so fascinating, you know, when we really look into the chemistry of oils, we see that they're incredibly powerful. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Love that one. You could keep talking about frankincense forever.
Yeah, totally. So the next thing I really want to talk about is how people can actually start with doTERRA. And there are 3 ways that you can start. One way is to buy a wholesale membership, which is $40. Which is quite affordable. Some people do this and just start with a couple of oils and get on our, you know, loyalty rewards program and just build their kit up over time. The best, most cost-effective way is to start with a starter kit, and there are 3 that I recommend for different, I guess, budget levels. So the cheaper one is the Family Essentials kit, which is the top 10 oils just in 5 ml bottles. The most popular one that's bought actually is the Home Essentials, which is the top 10 oils, but you get them in 15 ml bottles and you get a free diffuser, which is cool. You don't have to pay that $40 enrollment with these kits either. And then if you really just want to do a full overview of or overhaul of your whole house and get rid of all the toxins in your home and just start fresh, the Nature Solutions kit is a really good option. You get the top 10 oils plus a whole lot of the mood management oils and some really beautiful products as well. For instance, there's one that is a woman's monthly blend, very, very important for women of all ages, from pre-pubescent right up to postmenopausal. Really amazing for balancing women's hormones. You also get your hand washes and your toothpaste and all of those amazing products that once you learn, you know, the toxins and the stuff, you know, in traditional products, you go, oh, actually, I'm going to start switching over to these natural products, which is really cool. And it's amazing that doTERRA offer these beautiful products for us. And then the third way that you can buy your oils is wholesale plus. So you can actually get up to 55% off retail by starting with a kit and then buying monthly, you know, regularly monthly orders, which is awesome. So those are the 3 kits and those are the 3 ways. And we have 3 types of members in our community. So first off, and this is the, you know, most of our community are made up of our wholesale customers, and we love and look after our wholesale customers. They are the absolute lifeblood of our business. So for us, it's our job to look after you, but we actually, it doesn't feel like a job at all because we absolutely love it. We have some really amazing membership perks for our customers. We've got a free Droply app, so it's basically like your own little essential oil guru in your pocket on your phone. We do a personalized wellness consult for anybody that joins our team. We have our amazing oil camp, which is a 10-day online Facebook community group that we teach you the physical and emotional benefits of our top 10 oils, plus some really cool DIYs, and you also get some amazing prizes at the end. We have bi-weekly community workshops. At the moment, we're still doing them on Zoom, but we also do some community gatherings as well. We're also, we have some amazing retreats held around the country that we do and we invite you along to. And it's a real, it's an amazing time to connect with other humans and really celebrate our health and our well-being. And also you have lifetime access to our private VIP Essentialists Facebook page. And on this page, we've got all of our oil camp coaches. We've got classes every week. We have got, you can come in there and ask questions any time of the day or night, and somebody's going to share some amazing wisdom with you. So the next type of member in our community are our sharers. And Pitt's going to tell you about our sharers.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, I was blank before.
Okay.
I disappeared. Now I'm back. So the sharers, this type of people is going to happen very organically, just like I did before. I was a customer and I really loved the products worked, and my sleep got better and everything was amazing. Our kids, when they had infection, when they had issues, I could deal with those issues with just essential oils, and I just couldn't help myself but sharing with other people. So it just really, it's normal for us to, when we use something that we have a positive experience about that certain things, we want to share our experiences. And just like me, I share with people about essential oils, and I told the world and how my sleep got better. I think the world knew that, I didn't sleep very well for everyone was like so happy for me, and I told everyone about my sleep. So when you share, like when you go to restaurants and you have a really good experience with food and service, you just can't help yourself and getting into Instagram or Facebook, and you just tell the world that this is a really amazing restaurant and go eat at this restaurant, but you don't get paid, right? But when you share doTERRA essential oils, you free oils to start with, and when you share consistently, you start getting some cash and also free oil, so which is really amazing. And doTERRA has amazing compensation plan as well. When you share enough, and you will get, the more you share, the more money you get, the more oils you get, the more stuff that are paid. For me, I now no longer pay for things like shampoo, conditioners, lotions, and skincare and other stuff in our home. So it becomes free. Yeah, it's really, really affordable for us now to just use the most amazing, skincare products and hair cares and supplements without having to pay for anything. So sharing is really amazing, really, really epic. And I really recommend you reaching out to your friends when you have a good experience about using essential oils. Just share with a couple of friends, and who knows, you may want it to be more than a sharer.
So Rebecca's going to tell us about her little journey of starting to build a business with essential oils.
Well, as you can see from what a lot of Amy and Pat have already said, I mean, we've got a fantastic community. So It's a vibrant, amazing community of exceptionally talented and knowledgeable people. And the natural way that a lot of people start is they do start as sharers, but then you can go on to actually build the business yourself. And this is something that I started really straight away, because I realized right from the beginning that doTERRA is such a beautifully ethical and charitable company. And so it made me actually really proud to want to represent a company like that, because, you know, there's a lot of jobs that we can do. We can haul our buckets, you know, be working just for an hourly wage, and doTERRA has the opportunity for whoever of us are passionate enough about these beautiful oils and to make a big difference in our lives, that is a really wonderful compensation plan that you can end up just having a wonderful residual income. And so then, of course, you're always involved in a beautiful, beautiful team of amazing people. And so for me, I've just found it's come completely naturally. It's been amazing for my self-confidence, for my professional and personal development. And it means that as well as helping a lot of people and forming beautiful relationships with a lot of the people that I deal with day to day, it has a huge impact, and it becomes like a mission instead, a mission to spread the oily goodness. So yeah.
That's so awesome. Thanks, Rebecca. And yeah, the heart behind doTERRA is really what drew me to working with this company. We've got two major social impact arms of doTERRA. One is the whole lifeblood of our company, which is our co-impact sourcing. So every oil that we buy impacts the farmers and their communities and everybody around them. So we don't own the farms that we get our oils from. We actually work with the farmers to empower them to make the best oils and have the best practices and the most ethical practices and the most sustainable practices around their farming. So every time you buy an oil as a customer, you can be really proud that you're actually supporting lots and lots of amazing farming opportunities and picking opportunities and distilling opportunities for all of these amazing people. And over half of our oils come from third world countries, so we're really having an impact around the world with our co-impact sourcing. And co-impact sourcing for doTERRA really means that those people are getting fair on-time payments, whereas before a lot of them would get really underpaid, and they would have to wait up to a year for their oils to sell so that they could get paid. And now they actually literally go and, you know, hand over what they've grown or what they've picked, and they get the money straight away. And it's really giving them a future and hope for their future generations. The other side of that is the Healing Hands program. So in these communities, and actually in all the communities that we source our oils from and all the communities that we sell our oils into, we have a Healing Hands program. So in New Zealand, our Healing Hands has partnered with the Women's Refuge, and we've donated money and time and essential oils to help support the Women's Refuge, which I think is really, really important in our community. But in other countries, we also support things like Operation Underground Railroad is one of our biggest charities that we support, and they go in and extract women and children from sex trafficking and rehabilitate them. Another one that's really close to my heart as a woman and also of a mother of two, just going into their teenage girls times is Days for Girls. So Days for Girls goes and educates women around their periods and teaches them how beautiful our bodies are as women, and really gives the girls back their days around their periods, the days that they were, a lot of these women were put out away from the family because they were deemed dirty. They were not allowed to go to school or go to work during their period time. And so the doTERRA has worked really hard with Days for Girls to give those women their days back, and they're now able to go to school and they can go to work, and they're really amazing contributing people into societies and into their communities. So those are some of the things, of the many things that doTERRA does with the Healing Hands Foundation. And that's a massive a part of why I work with doTERRA. And there might be something in here for you that you want to be part of. So if it's that you want to be a wholesale customer and you want to source these beautiful oils to support yourself physically and emotionally and your family, or if you want to share them with your communities, or if you want to come along and join us as an Essentialist team member, we would love to have you. So after this call, I'd love you to contact the person that invited you along and tell them how you want to start, whether that's a wholesale membership and a few oils, or go full on and get the Nature Solutions kit. It's completely up to you. We'll support you in whatever capacity you want to start with. And after this, we'll have some questions and answers. Welcome, and thank you so much for listening to our call. We really just want to thank you for becoming an Essentialist. It's really cool to have you. Thanks so much, Pitt. Thanks, Rebecca. Have a good evening.